Kwa majina kamili, I'm Juliani or Julius. I'm a hip hop artist, and with passion for community and community development. Yeah.
For a long time, people have taken hip hop as a Western culture. What do you think?
No, hip hop is not Western because if you go back to the history, the Egypt times and whatever, you don't need to go through the details, but it's not the chants and the way people express themselves is not Western. It's just African that was that crossed the sea and was developed through good sound and good whatever, and but also it's a way of expression. So whoever is trying to express themselves, that's hip hop. That's a way of expression and a way of doing things.
Juliani, why hip hop and not like reggae? Because you yourself, you look like a reggae artist. Why you decided on hip hop?
Because reggae, I cannot sing to save my life, but hip hop you get to express yourself fully. You have a total of 3 minutes. You can say so many words at the same in 3 minutes. When you sing, you have to wait some spaces. But also hip hop is it's born out of a way of expression and a way of not expression, but sort of breaking the chains of the establishment. Basically, not rebellion, but a way of expressing yourself. So how do you express yourself? Use as many words as possible and not to use your fists. So hip hop comes out of that. That's at least my knowledge, because that's my background when it comes to how I got into hip hop. A way of expression. If I want to say this is what I'm feeling now, hip hop is the best tool to use for me.
Okay. Yeah. And many people associate hip hop with bad boys, those criminal activities. What do you have to say on this?
But that's just their way of ignoring the truth and ignoring the voices that are speaking something. But right now, everybody, even our president, speaks our language. So it's not hip hop is not just the music; it's the way of lifestyle, of the way you do things differently from the establishment or from the system and how things should be done. But also, I think we need to blame ourselves also when it comes to that, because we knew we had talent, but we were not able to transcend beyond talent and go to skill and to a career. So we were stuck there. And just as a message, we didn't go to the extent of packaging it and making it consumable to as many people as possible. That's where we failed, but now it's catching up. And yeah.
If I may ask, where do you normally get your ideas to come up with your lyrics?
Is what goes on around me, what I go through as a person, my faith, and whatever is just going around me, what I see, what I taste, what I hear, and how I smell. If I feel like there's something needs to be talked about, I'll do that. I'll do that in my song, but poetically. You don't just say things. You package it so that people can consume. Yeah.
Okay, maybe your future plans, maybe in this hip hop industry.
I don't have plans for what I intend to be is an influence. Like be an influence. How can I be a resource in myself, and also like attract resources, not to help, but to of course boost whoever is ready to go the extra. But also we have a company where now we go through that process like a factory, where you get any artist comes in through if you have talent as raw material and come out as a professional, because that's where it's lacking. But it doesn't take people like us. It takes the musician themselves seeing that they can do it, and somebody else is just there to push the next level, to put it the next level. But if people keep waiting for people to come from nowhere to help them, that will never happen. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Do you think media is doing enough to promote local artists?
Of course, they're not doing it enough. But also, what the question is, are we producing enough? That's what we should ask ourselves, because the media is just. I don't need to go through media. I can go through the people every day, the people that I interact with every day. Yeah, it's just a medium to reach as many people as possible. But while you can bypass that and go straight to the people, and the people will make you famous or will make you rich. So let's not put so much importance in the media. They're just a media. They're just an amplifier.
Yeah.
So you have to be doing something small. You have to be talking for the sound to be amplified. So we should ask ourselves: are we producing enough music? Are we sure of what we're producing? Are we sure of our product? What are we doing with our music? Then now media will come. Will just be a tool, not the.
And apart from the media, you think the government is doing enough?
The government is the same. It's the same as the government is an enabler. The government is an enabler, and the government can only hear when you're shouting. If you're not shouting, they have too much. They have doctors and everybody else to take care of. And the reason why doctors are being heard is because they shout and they have a presence and they are felt. They have the community believe that the doctors are important part of the community. So the same musicians should treat themselves the same and work together and do something so that now the government will listen. The government don't even have a clue of what to give musicians, how to support. But the musicians themselves decide, this is how, according to the constitution, we see ourselves fitting in like this. I think that's when people listen. So most of the time I think growing up, I realized that it doesn't take the other person for you. Mm-hmm. Sometimes it takes you, and then now the other person comes along the way.
Do you feel or think that there is no job opportunities for youths in the country?
We're in a place in our country right now. We are in the job opportunities and will never be there. The job opportunities are created. Like 10 years ago, nobody thought that you can take care of yourself, provide for your family, even drive using music. But now it's happening. We had to go out of our way to create value to ourselves. So any young people who is out there, the jobs are created. They're not handed over.
So you mean youth should not just stand there, sit there, fold their hands, wait for jobs to be created? They need to go out and maybe think of ways of creating job opportunities.
They should create because they are that creative. They have the energy, they have the future, they have the time to create.
You're talking about the future. What is the future of this country for the youth?
The future to the youth of this country, they'll be old. That's their future. If you're a youth now, in the future you'll be old. So they will just be left with another set of youths who have issues. So
you yourself, you'll be old.
I'll be old, so I'll not be a youth. So those my children and grandchildren will have their own set of problems. So you can never say that every generation have its own challenges and issues, but every generation is equipped to sort themselves out. Mm-hmm. The other generation can never help because they don't understand. They don't understand until so there's always opportunity for every generation to build something for themselves, but they just need to decide.
You are an ambassador for peace. Can you maybe share with us, share with the public, share with the listeners your roles?
I speak a lot and make a lot of noise. That's the only thing that I do. But I believe if everybody see themselves as if everybody value themselves, they'll see value in the other person, and they'll see the value in working with the other person. So right now, the reason why there's no peace in whatever capacity or aspect, be it personal peace or peace within the world, is that people have expectations on other people to solve their problems, and also people think that the reason why they are the way they are is because somebody else did something for them. But it should be the other way around. It should be you take personal responsibility on some stuff and work themselves out, and the rest I guarantee you will work out. Okay. Yeah, so you can never say that we are looking for vegetables in kwa butchery, unajua, kind of thing. We are looking outside and not looking where you should be looking.
Do you still recognize yourself with uko flani?
Of course, because uko flani mamao, it was more than a music, unajua. It was friends, it was people who grew up together. But so you can never say, oh, ati umetoka ama you are not friends. If I see whoever right now, if I meet them the same way we used to talk, it's the same way we'll talk today. The only difference is that maybe the understanding is different, the way we think is different, our experiences are different.
You can tell us about your community, how you're giving back to community, or what you're doing with the community through the arts.
First of all, I need to make it clear, I'm not giving anything to the community because the community, it can sort itself out, but I've realized also that the community just need to be listened to. But what we do that space is that we do have a event management company. It's called RBG. So we Red, Black and Green Republic, and also we have something called Customer Bora. Is an SMS platform that aggregates and recognizes and rewards a consumer for being loyal and responsible. So it's an SMS platform that we use, waste management-ish kinda. Loyalty program, but also waste management. Okay. And then also we have something called Mtaa Challenge, a competition, neighborhoods competing with neighborhoods, with ideas, coming up with ideas, and we invest in those ideas. So right now we have done like 2, and we have invested in some, and also hopefully we'll invest in some ideas.
Juliani, can you give us an idea, those kinds of projects, ideas that came from the Mtaa Challenge?
The second one, the first one was nobody really knew, the teams didn't get it. But the second one, they come up with ideas. Basically, you have to come up with an idea that is sustainable, creative, and has community impact. So one of the ideas that they presented was baby daycare in Kibera, but now daycare done professionally. And also in Kayole, they proposed a library, school after school, of course professionally done, but not a library, not the usual library. It's a school after school with every student from class 5 to 6. They also in Githurai, some decided to adopt a solution that some other guys were doing, to adopt in their neighborhood. So they invest less money on that. And we had like 9. Those are the ones that stood out for me. Yeah.
Any plans to extend these projects maybe to places or regions like Kisumu, Mombasa?
Of course, everything that we're doing right now is on a sort of a trial stage, but also we see how it works. Panel beat a little bit, but of course, we would like to make it national. So after 2 or 3 attempts, we'll make it national. Okay. We'll have to make it national because it's working, and so we are using some of the things that people thought that would have not worked are working. So yeah.
Now, Juliani, what do you think is the major problem facing this country?
One of the problems that we have in our country is the tribalism, because now every time when things go bad, you only identify with your tribe or where you come from. But that sometimes we use that negatively to distance ourselves from issues that are happening around us. Okay. But of course, I understand my roots. I have land in my name, Ocha, and hopefully will develop. But I think my reach is larger than Ocha. There's funds for anybody to start farming from the government. From the government, there's youth fund, where you just need a 35. There's a partnership between Amiran and youth fund. So you just need 35,000, your name as an individual, and tell them your piece of plot, and then they give you 2 greenhouses, 8 by 24 or something, with the seeds and everything you need. Plus the drip system. So what you just need to do is pay for the loan after a certain period of time, because the whole thing costs 300.
Shukran sana.
Hakuna noma.